Hi, Becky.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to tell you that whatever you say today is going to be confidential. No one's going to hear about it unless there is a danger to a child under the age of 16, yourself or someone else.
Alright.
So, what brings you in today?
I've been having some boyfriend troubles lately.
Can you explain a little bit more?
We've just been fighting a lot more lately than we have been in the past. It seems like every time he comes home from work, we find something new to bicker about, and it's getting really frustrating.
I see. Can you give me some examples?
Well, like when he comes home and the dishes aren't done, or when he comes home and I haven't made the bed, or I don't know, if I don't text him when I'm leaving from, when I leave from work, um, I'll get frustrated when he starts looking through my phone, but then he gets mad that I get mad, and it's just really weird. And then, because in his mind, it's like, oh, well, if you're not allowed to look at your phone, then, you're hiding something. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. It's really frustrating.
I see. So he gets angry if the chores aren't done, or there's also problems when he invades your privacy. Um, have there been times where you haven't been home on time? And what happened?
He accused me. He sometimes will accuse me of cheating on him, and he'll get really, really angry. He's called me a slut before. He'll look through my phone more to see what I've been up to. Sometimes I'll ask my friends where I've been, because even after we've had the argument, he still doesn't believe that I'm telling the truth. So he feels he has to go ask them. It's kind of weird. None of my friends actually really like him that much. I don't really see them that often because of it.
How does he get your phone?
He usually just takes it. I don't necessarily have it with me at all times. It's not constantly in my pocket. So, I'll just put it on the table and, walk away to do something, and then he'll just grab it.
Yeah, that's understandable. You can't always have your phone on you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't your friends like him?
They think he's too controlling. They find it weird that, he asks them where I've been, because they're like, well, why don't you ask her? That doesn't make more sense to them.
Yeah.
And, they also don't like that I have to ask permission, from him to go out with them. So, yeah.
I see. How often does he make you ask permission?
Oh, all the time. But I don't really see it as a big deal, though. I mean, he just wants to make sure that I'm safe.
I see. Do you like that he makes you ask?
Well, yeah, it shows that he cares about me. And it kind of gives me a good excuse not to go out sometimes.
And when you ask him permission to go, is it because you want to go out?
Yeah, but I kind of just accepted that it's probably not going to happen most of the time.
How often does he say you can't go out?
He never really lets me. I don't go to bars or clubs anymore. Just, he just doesn't really like that. There are too many other guys around. Now that I think of it, and he doesn't really let me go anywhere where he thinks that, there are going to be, other guys hitting on me, or me hitting on them. And, he's usually fine with just going out with a friend or two, but, as long as he knows the friend, or, he also tends to like to know where we're going. So, if we're going out for dinner, what restaurant are we going to? If we're going to a movie, what theater, what film, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So he only lets you go out when he knows what you're doing? Does he ask you when he wants to go out?
No, but, typically, if he doesn't come home from work right away, I know that he's at the bar drinking, so whatever. I mean, he usually comes home drunk anyways.
So, to revisit what you said before, on your night out, has he ever shown up unexpectedly?
Only the one time, but he was really drunk, and so I just ended up taking him home.
Why did you have to take him home?
He started getting really aggressive, really loud, and yeah, just aggressive because we had a male waiter.
Did the male waiter flirt with you at all, or was it prompted in any way?
I think he was probably flirting to try and get a better tip, to be honest, but like it wasn't anything extreme.
I see. Is the aggression a regular thing with your boyfriend?
Only when he's been drinking. So, like, which is probably more often than I would like. But I can normally tell because he'll get home like a few hours late. So, yeah.
What do you normally do when you know that he's been out drinking?
To be honest, I typically just go to bed early. I mean, like, he'll get home late, and I just don't want to be awake when he gets home, because sometimes it's not till like 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't want to be up that late.
So it kind of sounds like you're avoiding him. Is that right?
Well, yeah, but when you say it like that, it's a lot worse than it really is.
How would you describe it then?
I mean, he just gets grumpy when he's been drinking, so I don't feel like dealing with it.
What do you mean by grumpy?
He gets kind of up in my face and like loud. He gets a little mean. He sometimes calls me names or like will accuse me of something that isn't true or that I haven't done. So, yeah, I just don't want to deal with it.
Are you still happy with him?
Of course I am. I mean, he's been my boyfriend for 3 years now. How can I not be? It's just when he acts like that I get a little frustrated with him.
Mm.
He always makes it up to me though, so it's okay.
How often would you, if there was a preferable date, amount of times, how often would it be?
I don't know, maybe like 4 times. Maybe only like 4 times a week.
So that's about more than half a week. Wouldn't you prefer it to rarely not happen at all, or once or twice a month?
Well, yeah, but that's not very realistic.
What makes that not realistic?
Well, I mean, he's coming home early always, and I can't tell him not to go out with his friends. Like, that's just seems rude.
But he can tell you that you can't go out with your friends.
Well, I never really thought about it that way before.
Do you think he's frustrated with the relationship too?
I think he notices that there's a problem with his drinking, because like when he always apologizes, and he always makes it up to me, so it's okay. But he always apologizes, but then he still goes out that night, and it just happens again.
Have you brought up the drinking problem with them?
No, not really. I just never really thought of it.
Well, that might be a good place to start. Did you want to talk later this week for a strategy to help him address the problem?
Yeah, I think that'd be really good.
All right, well, we'll set up the time.